Hello again, YouTubers and Cardfight fans! 24/7 here again for Cardfight 24/7 with our Cardfight Vanguard Tournament Report brought to you by CardfightCapital.com. Again, we are launching that site soon. You can check it out and join the mailing list to be alerted as to when we fully launch, targeting June 1st with full e-commerce, blogs, forums, card of the day, and more. Again, that's CardfightCapital.com. For today's tournament report, it is the Set 8 release tournament I attended this past Saturday. You may have already seen the video I posted of me drafting. I only showed the packs I actually opened and not what I drafted as I drafted it. And then I did show the deck at the end of the video. But we'll go over it again here and explain what cards do a little bit for you as well. At the tournament we had, I believe it was 19 people total. So pretty good turnout. We drafted in 3 pods. So first of all, for my zeros, I basically have 2 starting Vanguards. It's the exact same card, and there's at least one other card in the set that is the same as well. They call the rear guard when you ride them, and they can go on the soul and counter blast 1. Top 5 cards of your deck. If there's a grade 3 there, you can add to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. So, I actually had him as a starting Vanguard until I lost a single game. It was all best of 3, and then I went to him. He got demoted. But yeah. Triggers, 2 draw triggers, 2 heal triggers, and 2 critical triggers. Each pack, if you don't know, had just 1 trigger, and for the draft format, you take the trigger plus 1 other card and pass it. So you will have 6 triggers, no more, no less. For the grade 1s, I think this is my only 2 of Lightning Sword wielding Exorcist Knight. He basically sucks unless he's your Vanguard, and I seem to go first a lot during the day, so didn't really matter too much. If he attacks as your Vanguard, he's a 10,000. If he attacks as your rear guard, he's a 6,000. If he's in your back row, he's a 4,000. Because in the draft, in this format, it says if you have a Narukami Vanguard, he gets plus 2,000 when he attacks. Your Vanguard's always a Narukami because every card reads as if you have basically any clan. So, but yeah, basically only goes to Vanguard. But I seem to have him as my grade 1 will ride a majority of the time, especially since I have 2 of them in the deck. Then another good option for riding at grade 1 is my Dimensional Robo Die Mariner. When the card is in your soul, you can then take it to your drop zone instead, and then choose one of your Dimensional Police Vanguards, and it gets plus 3,000 to the end of turn. And again, that would apply to any Vanguard you have, because every unit is a Dimension Police. But although I used him twice, I forgot he was in the soul. The couple times I actually did have him as my Vanguard and in the soul. But those games I forgot he was there, I won anyway, so it didn't really matter that I forgot, luckily. I have Destruction Zeal, part of a ride chain for Dimension Police. But basically for my deck, he was just a plain 7,000. 6,000 guy here. When attack hits a Vanguard during the battle it boosted, you may return it to your hand. I think I have a Neo Nectar in this deck as well, the same way. 7,000 Grade 1 Tachikaze. And 3 different 6K Neo Nectars. This one had no effect in the turn play. Didn't use that one's ability at all either. And here's another one where if it hits, you can turn it back, take it back to your hand. And then for the grade 2s, we got Neo Nectar 7K, where if you got basically a full field, or if he's your Vanguard and you have 1 open slot at most, if he hits a Vanguard, you draw a card. Field Driller for Spike Bars works the same way. Don't think I ever successfully used his ability on the day. 8K grade 2, when you place it on rear guard, pick another one of your units and it gains 2,000. So that can help you get to magic numbers at various times when I played them. 8K grade 2, 9K grade 2. My only pull better than a single rare, Aqua Force grade 2. But didn't have any stand triggers, so it was impossible for me basically to be able to use her ability. 9K grade 2. Then for the grade 3s, I got 7 total, 4 of which are basically the same. These all have the same ability. When it's boosted, it gains 2,000, which in this format especially, it worked pretty nice. And although I didn't have to, a lot of times I actually had the right clan boosting them. Didn't have to, but it just worked out that way. So 4 basically identical cards. Black Celestial Maiden Kali. If I have more rear guards on my opponent, it gains 3,000 as a Vanguard, plus 1,000 as my rear guard. It has Vanguard a couple times, but Maybe about halftime I had a bigger field than my opponents who actually got the boost. But I usually was having my Vanguard as one of the other 4 guys because they were basically always a 12,000 on their own plus being boosted. Got some use out of this guy. When it hit, I could discard a card, draw a card. So if I had an abundance of grade 3s, I could filter those and get some more shield in my hand most of the time. And then I had him as a Vanguard once, and I wrote on top of him because it's like, oh wait, there's a 30 card deck, and for him you have to soul charge in your main phase each turn. He gets 2,000, but you can thin your deck pretty quickly then, and it's not out of the question to deck out in this format. So that's how the deck looked. I do not remember my individual matches very well. It was 4 rounds. First round, I know basically no details, but basically first round I went 2-0, so won first round. Second round I lost the first game in the best of 3, and then won the next 2 to take it 2 games to 1. Third round, I believe I won the first, lost the second, and then won the third, which made me one of the last 2 undefeated players. For the playmat distribution, first place gets a playmat, and then at the start of each round, they gave out one as a door prize. They had 5 mats total. And the guy I was playing, who was also undefeated, he won the first random draw of a door of the playmats, but he didn't want to just hand me the match, so I did have to play it out and hope for the best. Game 1, I pulled out and won. Game 2, I lost. Game 3, I pulled it out. I got first place, went undefeated, and I got my playmat. And there is how it looks in all of its glory. And you also, of course, get this promo. Counterblast 2, when it's placed on rear guard, choose a bunch of police, and it gains 4,000. So that's what I all got: the deck, the playmat, and the promo. So another win for my repertoire, my resume, whatever you want to say. Granted, it's even more of a luck-based format, as no matter how well you draft, it depends on what cards you were able to draft, and then if you get grade locked or not. I got more grade 3s than I wanted, at 7, but last release tournament I had 2, and I didn't study in advance to know how many there were in the set and stuff, so first few packs, if I saw a grade 3, I was taking it, because I did not want to have just 2 grade 3s again, because that did not go well at that release tournament. But very happy that I won, got a new playmat, so I'm very happy about that. So subscribe if you haven't, give us a big thumbs up for a get tournament report. Check out cardfightcapital.com. Again, that is launching soon. If you're watching this in the future, or as you're watching it, it's the present, but you get what I mean. The site may already be up with full e-commerce, blogs, forums, card of the day, and more. Again, that's cardfightcapital.com. And you can also find links for our Twitter and Facebook pages in the description box below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.